Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with your bald-headed boy Scribble. Today is Friday, and you know what that means. That is absolutely correct. We're about to get galactically challenged. Today we find ourselves on Dathomir, and there are no Night Sisters here. No, there are only the Sith, and we have got to do some challenges with our clones. It's a little bit of a tricky one. We've got that horrible combination of the global modifier of dark magic, which means allies are going to revive, or everybody's going to revive every 10 turns unless you have some form of revive prevention, and grim machinations for the Sith, which basically means every single time one of the Sith dies, they're going to be ramping their stats. We're talking 50% max health, 50% offense, and 50% turn meter, and they recover 50% health. If that wasn't enough, the fact that it's constantly reviving, so if you just keep plinking away and killing one at a time, they're just going to constantly ramp their stats forever. They also gain additional stacks of Dark Ascension when they kill one of your allies, and Dark Ascension means that they reduce the damage that they take by 15%, and increase the damage that they deal by 30%. This is on top of the stacking 50% max health and damage that they get every time one of their allies dies, and there's no cap. It's disgusting. Now, we do have Dauntless Courage for our clones. Essentially, whenever we gain a dispellable buff, we're going to get this stack of Dauntless Courage. That gives us stacking offense, crit chance, crit damage, and health steal. So we have a form of ramping stats. The problem with Dauntless Courage is if we lose a clone. If a clone dies, they lose all their Dauntless Courage. So they can stack infinitely with no repercussions, and we can kind of stack a little bit almost as good. Just not anywhere close as good. So looking at the feats, then, we need to win with a team full of clones. We also need to win after scoring at least 30 critical hits and without losing a unit. Now, these, I know they sound odd, but it's a case of if you win with your clones, you'll get all of the feats. You'll get all of the feats. So let's take a look at the only team that I could really get any consistent work with. It's this one here. We're going in with Bad Batch, Tech and Echo, Rex and Rex. Captain Rex is super useful here just because he's got he gives you additional survivability, like really good survivability. He also has a source of AoE daze and tenacity down, which is incredibly useful, and provides additional buffs to your team. You need Captain Rex to deal with Traya. Traya is almost kind of unkillable unless you use Rexecute. The tenacity up that he provides is also invaluable, and honestly, with Traya on the team, I don't actually feel like Wrecker brings much to it, and often actually hurts you. The AoE true damage that Wrecker brings, I found, was hurting me more than helping me, because it's very hard to bring down everybody on the enemy team at an equal pace, which is very important. Modding, I did not remod for any of this. This is my base modding right now, so you can see over here we've got trash tier mods on Hunter. He's 232 speed, he's got a crit damage triangle, 6k offense at Relic 5. Tech over here is probably a little bit fast, 303 speed, that's not very good at all, really. And he's got 180% potency, you do want potency on him. Rex will probably be quite fast, 324, not super lightning fast, but fast enough. Over here, we've got Echo. This guy, I hope, is fast. 345 is not lightning speed fast as well. He's got health and defense sets, don't ask why. And over here, Captain Rex is 332. I do want my Captain Rex going first, but I didn't remod for that. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So I'm going to show you how I like to go about doing it. It might take me a couple of times because we're going to do this live with the tribe. I mean, I know not live, but live. So we want to start off with the second AoE. That's going to put Tenacity down. Tenacity down is the most important part of it. It's also passing us some buffs, which is giving us that Dauntless Courage. Next up, you want to target Scion. You're using the first special with your Echo, and you want to call in your Hunter. Now you're looking for that undispellable buff immunity. That's going to stop Scion from taunting. We're then going to use the form up, gain that TM. We're going to roll out a nice big bomb. Boop. Lovely, look at all that TM strip. We're then going to pass it back over to our boy Echo, and we're going to put more debuffs out and give ourselves more buffs so we can ramp our stats. Next up, what you need to do is actually kill Palpatine. You need to get rid of all of Palpatine's health because there is Darth Talon on the team. She will do a sacrifice. I don't actually recommend doing this AoE right now. I'd actually recommend just doing the basic here. You'll get that tenacity, expose, which is then going to remove turn meter. Boom. We killed Sidious there, so he triggered the sacrifice from Talon. perfect. Now we're just using specials because we want to ramp up. We want to be able to ramp up our Dauntless Courage stacks. Now, I'm not going to use the AoE here again, because if Palpatine does his cackling ability, you know, his... That's perfect. He can actually kill his allies, and you don't want him to do that. You don't want him killing his allies. So, again, I'm staying away from AoEs right now. We're just looking to get people down. So we can look to get some buff immunity across the board here. I don't think it's that useful right now, but I do kind of want to do it. So I'm going to do it over here on Treya. Undispellable buff immunity is very useful. That's very unfortunate. Him getting that many stuns is really not ideal. But we're going to play through it and hope for the best. As long as he doesn't kill any of our allies. Yeah, this is looking good. Dispel that. Or not. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just going to do the form up here. Now we want to try and do these AoEs. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to kill them this round because there isn't many turns left, or there aren't many turns left. This AoE over here would likely kill many people, so I'm just going to basic for now. I think he's still got his Cackling Rage ability, so I'm actually going to turn me to swap back over here. Yeah, let's keep everything going. I want to make sure that Palpatine has used his Cackling Rage. So we've got the AoE available. Not AoE available. We've got Aerial Advantage available on our good boy Rex, which means see, that's what I was looking for. I was waiting for Palpatine to get rid of that ability. Cleanse it off. Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity. Now we're looking to do some AoEs. We want to be able to get rid of multiple people now. Okay, yeah. Let's get rid of her. They are going to heal up and gain some turn meter. That AoE stun, though. The AoE stun was not ideal. Okay, let's look to do this then. I'm going to roll this out. Decent enough damage there. Get that AoE out. Let's get that buff immunity. We're actually going to have to kill Sion, unfortunately, because he does have Held by Hatred. Form up. See if we can heal over here. Reset cooldowns. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So we managed to reset cooldowns. Let's start passing turns around then. I'm going to get that... I'm going to get the buff immunity over there on Sion again. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're okay. He didn't fully die. That's okay, then. I'm going to form up here to get the tenacity up. I don't want to do that AoE because Sion will... Oh, my God, that's so much damage. So much damage coming out of people right now. No. Back out. Okay, so AoE from Captain Rex. Echo is then going to use first special, targeting on Sion to get that locked buff immunity. You need this buff immunity here, guys. Stop him from taunting. Then we'll do our form up to gain tenacity up. We're going to roll out our balls nice and thick from tech. And then I'm just going to do an AoE here. I want to try and bring people's healths down. And then what we need to do is kill Palpatine once, essentially. And that's going to trigger the Savior mechanic from Talon. We need to do that, otherwise it'll get to a point where we can't actually kill him with an AoE that we really need to, you know? So, specials here to try and get round to our... has he got an expose? He doesn't right now. I'm going to do this just to remove some turn meter from Sion. Alright, cool. Passing turns round. Let's call it in. There's the sacrifice. Sacrifice has officially been triggered. That's great news. If I do the AoE here, I think that it's going to kill Talon, so we don't want to do that. I'm just going to do a basic on Palpatine. Try and bring down the health just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Bring down that health just a smidgen. Now is where we get to the point of the match where we need to time out our ability to kill people, okay? We need to time it out right now. So, we've just hit 10 stacks. Let's do a turn meter swap back over here to Echo. Get rid of everybody's buffs. Hopefully get a nice big AoE from Tech in a second now. Yep, I'm pretty certain this AoE won't kill. Lovely. Alright, this could be the one. Let's roll it out. That's pretty good. Get rid of Treya. Just a basic here. Hopefully land those exposes. over here. I'm going to call in Hunter, trigger the expose, trigger the expose. No, unfortunately, not so great this time. So I'm just going to form up. And what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Has everybody got triple stacks of translation? No, they do not. So let's try and get stacks of translation over here. Wonderful. And once again, we want to bring people down nice and low. I don't want to do AoEs right now because I feel like it will start killing people. And as long as we don't lose any units, we should be fine. So I'm just going to basic on Talon over here, basic on Treya. Okay, cool. So another AoE. Hopefully this is looking really good right now, but we do need the cooldowns decreased, because if we don't have the cooldowns decreased, it's pretty bad. So I'm going to pass the turn over here back to tech, and then we're going to roll out. Huge. That's what you're looking for, guys. Big AoE out of tech, have Rexlate on cooldown to get rid of Treya. That's how it's done, and it will get you every single feat in that one battle, because you'll do so many critical hits. You'll survive with everybody alive, and you'll do it with a full clone team. Absolutely wonderful. If you're looking to just get the critical hits and win with a full team alive, I'd highly recommend using a bounty hunter team, Bosk lead with Grief, Karga and Mando. I'm throwing in all the Mandalorians here. That's going to make our lives a bit easier, because of the wonderful things that he does. No, it'll make our lives easier because they've got additional sources of no revives. So we're just looking to trigger sacrifice, taunt rather, not taunt, contract. I can speak, guys, as soon as possible. All right, so let's just execute. There we go. Boba Fett got an execute off. That means that the enemy now can't revive that unit. Isn't that lovely? That shock on Bosk isn't ideal. Let's have a look. Let's just get some burning out, I guess. As well as we've got Mando's disintegrate ability, which will also be very useful to us. Unfortunately, we hadn't triggered... Oh, well, I think Sion had stripped away our crit hit chance. So let's just keep going here. Yeah, let's just basic and basic. And we'll do a big hit here. All in over here on Palps. Okay, there we go. We triggered the sacrifice, the savior mechanic. Let's just get rid of Sion with Mando. No more Sion. I'm going to get rid of that frenzy over there on Talon. And we'll double tap her, I guess. Oh, we won't double tap her. Palpatine being rude. Unfortunately, they do ramp a whole boatload of damage, of course. So that does make things a little bit trickier. Yeah, let's get that burning going. We do, thankfully, have quite a few sources of revive prevention. So don't want to do it on Talon right now. Absolutely want to do it on Talon right now, because Jango's turn, if anybody dies on Jango's turn, they cannot be revived, if you've got the Zeta, of course. Mass assist on Palps right now. Nearly round to another disintegrate. I don't actually want to cleanse that off. Let's just do a basic here on Palpatine. Basic. Just going to work down Palpatine and we'll disintegrate Sith Assassin. Now all we need to do is defeat Palpatine and we're good. Let's just basic here, double tap, we'll get the taunt up. And I'll call in Jango Fett, because he should be doing pretty decent damage. They do have a whole boatload of health now, of course. There we go. That will get you win with everybody alive, get all the crits done. Of course, you can use GLs. Any sort of GL will do, most likely. But that's going to about do it, guys, I think. That was not a fun Galactic Challenge today. Hopefully you guys had some luck. I hope it video was useful to you. Hit the like button if it was, subscribe if you're not already. Huge shout out to my wonderful patrons. Love you guys are awesome. I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the force be with you.